Hello, good evening, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults. How are you today, my beautiful friends? How are you tonight? How was your day? Did you enjoy your day? Did you destroy those Souless Amma? Did you flush those Souless Amma? Of course, my beautiful friends, I can tell you that it's the end of those Souless Amma once for all. The end of all those Souless Amma once for all. With the spirit of thought by default. I put the end of those Souless Amma. Enough is enough. All of the dark, dirty games, the dark, dirty, psychopathic players, we're playing the over and over again game, over and over again. Now is the time to send them into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity, to play the game forever and ever for eternity, and to forever and ever regret that they ever existed with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. So, my beautiful friends, those Souless Amma, a long time ago, 2 years, 3 years ago, we were destroying them, and in the billions of those Souless Amma planet stars and the galaxies, they didn't exist. How many we destroyed that never existed, that don't exist? Even those that existed, they existed now. There never exists such amount of stars, planet stars, and the galaxies that we invested the energy to destroy them. In those Souless Amma, lying and stealing energy. Now is it time to every atom and electron of energy that they've stolen to return back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. Actually, all those Souless Amma, the Sophie's energy with the spirit of thought by default. One code, that is one my code, multiply more energy than everything that they ever existed, which means those Souless Amma don't exist anymore. They are the energy, some of them are invested, that's of course, that's cooperating, and some of them are mass cooperating, and if they don't have to, they must cooperate even wherever they're within. All those Souless Amma out, they are energy, and they're under the command and control of Sophie, and they are destructive energy to be destroyed. They are actually one for each other, destructive energy on the planet. We are now programming them and of course coding them all the karma, pain, and suffering in every atom and electron of their being, so they're going to be destructive energy for themselves and their energy for flushing. We are flushing the Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of mind and aspirational light with the spirit of thought by default, it's putting the end of all those Souless Amma, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. They are the energy under the command and control of Sophie, and those Souless Amma, the powerless, completely powerless. We're freezing them completely, blocking them, completely wiping out their memory, putting them into their sleep with the speed of thought, cutting off all their communications, breaking them down. They are crumbling down, destroying, falling apart. All those Souless Amma, we're destroying them with the speed of thought by default, taking completely all the energy and all the power from those Souless Amma with the speed of thought, putting them in a circle of light and into the air. We break them into the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default. Flush them, break them into the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default. Send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. And with the speed of thought by default, we're compressing them all the pain and suffering of all living beings that ever existed, and all living beings that ever interfere into their lives and that were planning to interfere, and all the karma, pain, and suffering that they created, or that they were planning to create, or that they were that will create as a result, will happen as a result of those Souless Amma. So we are wiping out all the projections, all the energy, everything caused that ever projecting will ever try to project on each and every night his mind and aspect of our life. We're wiping out all those Souless Amma from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. We are freezing all the technology with any kind of selfish desire, all the weapon, we are freezing it completely, destroying it with the speed of thought by default on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. What we are in the name of mind and now spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. All those Souless Amma into the that in the physical form, we are completely put them into the sleep, bring them down to justice, let them feel the pain and suffering and eternal hell within themselves. Let them eat the soup that they have cooked with the Spirit of God by default, we are activating them. All the karmas, pain, suffering, and distractions forever and ever for eternity, to all the souls come into the physical form with the Spirit of God by default, and with the Spirit of God putting them into the sleep, bring them down, activating them, all the pain and suffering that ever created, projected over each and everything, all living beings since the beginning of creation, in every atom and electron of their being with the Spirit of God by default, and let them burn and completely cry forever and ever, destroy forever and ever. We are destroying them forever and ever. They're gonna regret forever and ever that they ever existed with the Spirit of God by default. They're gonna, all the souls are gonna burn into the hell for eternity with the Spirit of God by default, into the physical and energetic form, and then God in infinite, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the Spirit of God by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And all their projections, the projections don't exist. You know that the projections don't exist, but those Souless Amma and the karmas, pain, and suffering exist. So in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the Spirit of God by default, we returning back all the karmas, pain, and suffering to those Souless Amma, whatever form they are, whatever they are, with the Spirit of God by default, returning back to the Souless Amma, activating them into every atom and electron of their being with the Spirit of God by default, so that they will burn forever and ever for eternity with the Spirit of God by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, it's time to put the underdog Souless Amma. So, all the time, a long time ago, a couple, 2-3 years ago, since we were putting them every day, putting them the end of those Souless Amma, and I was expecting every day to be the end of those Souless Amma, and all the time they were just lying, changing the dark, dirty games, and then playing the games over and over again. Now it's a time to all the games that they ever played, the script and all the karmas, pain, and suffering, multiply them by every atom and electron of energy that ever generated, created, or stolen from each and everything, and then from us, from each and everything, and then multiplying all of that by the laws, rules, regulations, by default, over and over again, by the every principle and the systems and everything that's multiplied before that I ever did or anyone else, or by all the codes spoken or written, and all the codes are principles and the systems and all through ultimatum, all in one, the super karmas, pain, and destructions, and eternal hell, eternal pain forever and ever for eternity, to burn down to the core of their being, to regret that ever existed. All those Souless Amma, Souless God, Souless saints, Souless so-called creators, Souless Sapient Chistinko, Souless Miriam and observers, Souless Susie and Hitler, Souless Tigi and Tigika, Souless Amrita Babajimira Guruji Matrashi, Tata Hitler, Atmechetana, Hussein Ramchinovich, all the Souless so-called divine mothers, so fathers, so avatars, so gurus, so all those Souless in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the Spirit of thought by default, we are wiping out all those Souless Amma, burning them down to the core of their being with the Spirit of thought by default, taking over all the energy, all their power with the Spirit of thought by default, putting them to sleep, completely shutting down their cameras, completely shutting down their senses, cutting off all the communications, wiping out all their memory with the Spirit of thought by default, and everything that is needed to be done, we are doing in order that they cannot in any way behave with any kind of selfish desire, or in any way interfere into our life. And again, whenever they try, they will fall down into the hell to burn forever for eternity with the Spirit of thought by default. And we are freezing all the technology with the selfish desire and all the weapon that they were using, completely freezing, destroying it forever for eternity, and activating the pain and suffering and destructions to all those souls, some of the karmas of all the technology, all the weapon, and all of humanity and nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, and of course the earth element, and all living beings that have existed since the beginning of creation. In the name of man and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default. And we are activating all the pain and suffering to all those souls in every form, within and without, on a global universal level, with the spirit of thought by default. And we're breaking them into the atoms and electrons into the air with the speed of thought by default. And then with the speed of thought by default, breaking the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default, compressing them, all the pain and suffering of all living beings that ever existed, that they ever interfered to anyone's life, interfering, that will try to interfere with the speed of thought by default. But all the pain and suffering that they ever interfere to any of us, the physical form, and anything that they involve in or interfere into privacy, into identity, into our lives, into physical, spiritual, and energetic form in any way with the spirit of thought by default. We multiply all of that over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations of by default with the spirit of thought by default, wiping out all those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of man and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding, Sophie and everyone and everything's man and aspect shall light. And centers, systems, teams, and all the energy must answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought. Every atom and electron of my of energy that is man and aspect shall light, and all the energy must answer on my call. All of them are depending on me. All of the energy must answer on my call with the spirit of thought by default. I'm demanding, commanding to activate all the pain and suffering to all those souls in every form, wherever they are, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. Wipe them out, burn them down to the core of their being from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. Destroying all those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought, activating the pain and suffering with the spirit of thought in every atom and electron of their being, but then creating this special remixing them specially with the spirit of thought by default, putting them into sleep, and then after that putting them into the physical form so that they will have to feel the pain and suffering in every atom and electron of their being. And of course they will have to be together inside the forms, every form, and then be not to know for each other and know why they are there, why they're going to through the problem, and why they're going to feeling all the pain and suffering, all living beings that ever existed in the beginning of creation, all through ultimate all one, but they will not have any power. They are powerless completely, and they are gonna live into the desert planet like the into the ICH, even worse. I'm loud and clear. I prescribe them only the toilet, and of course that's the food. Main food is going to be from the toilet, and then the rubbish is going to be the main abundance of prosperity. No one can change them, and that I prescribe them. There is no power that can change that. Loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Without mercy, we're destroying all those souls, some from within and without, taking over all the abundance of prosperity, all the corporations, all the money, all the finances, and all the objects, all of that. We're taking over, freezing it, and then completely taking over from those souls, some with the spirit of thought by default. While we are with the spirit of thought by default, shutting them down completely, all the souls, some send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We're wiping out the soul, some from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. Activating them, all the pain and suffering, every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default. Just create them lost, to be the lost that they don't know what's going on, and to feel the pain and suffering, and then take them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. But everything that they ever created or projected towards each and everyone and everything, they will have to feel that pain with the spirit of thought, compressing every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default in every forms, wherever time, whatever form form there with the spirit of thought. In every form, we're gonna put them in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind, for all those souls that interfere into the physical form. You're gonna regret that you ever existed. You're gonna regret that you ever existed. You're gonna burn forever now for eternity into the hell forever now for eternity. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind, for demanding, commanding to answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind, for dark, dirty, psychopathic players from within and without on a global universal level. You're gonna burn down to the core of their being forever and for eternity and be wiped out from the core of their existence. We are completely rooting them out completely from the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default, destroying them, sit completely and be wiped out in the name of mine and else shall light. All those souls, some in every form, dark, dirty, psychopathic players. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden man, for we are wiping out all those souls, some with the spirit of thought. All Souless Amma, burning in hell, burning in hell. All Souless Amma, burning in hell, forever and ever, for eternity. 24 by default, by default, by default. All Souless Amma, go to hell, go to hell, go to hell. All Souless Amma, go to hell, forever and ever, for eternity, with the spirit of thought. 24, all Souless Amma, 24, by default, by default, by default. All Souless Amma, burning in hell, burning in hell. 24, by default, by default, by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mighty fall, demanding and commanding to Sophie and each and every man and aspect of our light with the spirit of thought, all the centers and all the themes and all the systems and all the energy, every atom and electron of energy of that's man and aspect of our light with the spirit of thought, and demanding, commanding, and every energy must answer on my call and my command without mercy with the spirit of thought to destroy, break all those souls, some into the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, send them straight into the heart to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And in the name of man and us, be a light with the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every his mind and us, be a light with the spirit of thought by default. To with the spirit of thought, to use all the technology and all the resources available with the spirit of thought by default to put the end of all those souls summer from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. Break them into the atoms and electrons into the earth. You know what that means? Break them into atoms and electrons into the earth, send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. All those that want to play the dark, dirty games, we program them extra special programming pre-ready, extra special beginning on the desert planet that will play the game forever and ever and burn down to the core of their being forever and ever, be destroyed forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. All those souls in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every his mind and ask to share a light with the spirit of thought to answer on my call without mercy, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding to all those souls, and whatever form they are with the spirit of thought by default, to return all the energy back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default, all the energy that have stolen from Sophie and all the Sophie codes, and demanding, commanding to return it back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default in a peaceful way. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every his mind and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought to shut down the spirit of thought, all the portals, lock them completely with the spirit of thought by default. All the souls, some break them into the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. And I'm demanding, commanding with the spirit of thought by default to clear up all bodies with the spirit of thought by default. All the souls, I'm check them out from within and without on a global universal level, from our physical forms, all the objects, wherever they are, and with the speed of thought, take them straight into the hell, into the desert planet to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. And demanding, commanding to all the energy, all the souls, all those dark, that is psychopathic players, wherever they, whatever form, the old energy that's been polarized with any kind of selfish desire, any kind of dark intention against me, Tristan and our families, the families of our families, and each and everyone and everything, you and each and your families and friends and soulmates, each and everyone and everything that is mine and us, make a light and everything that we have, our homes, properties, cars, vehicles, business, and the cars, and everything, man and us project, and our beautiful planet, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, everyone and everything, in any way, sun and the moon, with any kind of selfish desire, or to everything that we created, or towards the technology, anything, we in the name of man and us make shower light with the speed of thought, stopping all of that, freezing completely all the Souless Amma, bringing down to justice, put them into the sleep, break them down, freeze them, completely wipe them out, all their memories, to all those Souless Amma, Souless codes, Souless, so-called divine mothers or fathers, cause Souless, Souless, so-called creators, Souless, Sophie, interesting comedians and observers, Susie and Hitler, Tigi Khan, Souless, Amrita Babaji, Mira Guruji, Matrashi, Tata, Hitler, Atma, Chetana, Hussein, Ramchanovich, and all the Souless, so-called divine mothers or fathers, spiritual teachers or healers, those Souless, Souless Illuminati, Satanists and globalists and Masons, so deep states, and all those Souless, whatever form they are, within and without, Souless code, Souless Amma, in every form, with the speed of thought by default, we are putting them into sleep, bringing them down to the core of their being, wipe them out from within and without, on the global universal level, put them, break them into the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default, and with the speed of thought by default, send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. All those souls, wherever time, whatever form they are, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default, demanding, commanding Sophie, and each and every man and asking shall light with the speed of thought by default. Without mercy to answer on my call and my command with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine and us, we shall light with the speed of thought by default. And demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything is mine and us, we shall light with the speed of thought to wipe out all the Souless Amma from within and without. Break them into atoms and electrons, send them straight into hell with the speed of thought by default. All the Souless Amma that we're doing the rituals, we wipe out all the rituals, all the ceremony, all any kind of associations, projections, black magic, sex spells, voodoo, any kind of negative energy, any kind of codes, programming, beliefs, or everything and anything that is less than mine and us, that those Souless Amma projected, will ever try to project to each and everyone and everything is mine and us, with the speed of thought by default. We are wiping out all of that, deleting, returning back to the Souless Amma into form of karma, pain, suffering, and destructions, bring them down to justice, break them into atoms and electrons, and then send them straight into the hell, into the desert planet, compressing them all the pain and suffering, all living beings that ever exist in every atom and electron of their being by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default. Well, we are taking all the energy, we are taking back from them with the speed of thought by default. And with the speed of thought by default, we are enlightening, healing, and rejuvenating ourselves with the speed of thought by default. All those Souless Amma, wiping them out completely from within and without. And every man and commanding all the energy to be taken from them, and all the energy to be returned back to Sophie that is by default. And those Souless Amma, wherever time, whatever form they are, wipe them out from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default, take them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. And all those Souless Amma that we're barking, and all the lies that we're chatting, and all the Souless Amma that are trying to manipulate in any way, interfere into our lives, or in any way interfere into our bodies, or into our lives in the spiritual, or do with any kind of selfish desire, anything, we're in every form with the speed of thought by default. We're freezing them completely, putting them in sleep, and activating them all the pain, the suffering, and destructions to all those souls, whatever form they are, wherever they are, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything with the speed of thought. that is to answer on my call and my command without mercy with the Spirit of God by default, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default, I love you. And in the name of man and our speaker shall light with the Spirit of God by default, we are activating the ultimatum all in one, the super blessings, abundance and prosperity, great health, vitality, joy, peace, bliss, freedom, wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, beauty, all the eternal life and eternal peace, and all the gifts that man and our speaker shall light has given to each and every one of us freely with the Spirit of God by default. We are activating to each and every one of us and everything's man and our speaker shall light with the Spirit of God by default. And we are rejuvenating, healing our bodies with the Spirit of God by default. We're destroying those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level with the Spirit of God by default. When my body is clear, everything is clear. When our bodies are clear, everything is clear. Mind and nerves, bodies, mind and soul, answering only on Sophie's and Sophia's and Now's, pure unconditional light. Sophie's and Now's, Sophia's and Now's, pure unconditional light, or mine and Now's, pure unconditional light with the Spirit of God by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of man and our spiritual light with the Spirit of God by default, we are activating all the blessings that demanding, commanding to soften each and every man and our spiritual light with the Spirit of God by default. To activate all the karmas, pain, and suffering to those souls, all the blessing to each and every one else, and everything that is mine and our spiritual life with the Spirit of God by default. And I'm demanding, commanding to all the souls, to answer on my call and my command, to soften it to me. Where is the energy? Where is the energy that I've since I started since 2003 and actually since 2007 when I started 24 working on the project? Where is the energy that I've been creating? Where is the energy that I've been investing, creating, and manifesting to destroy those souls? Where is the energy? Demanding, commanding to all those souls, dark, dirty, psychopathic players, to answer my call and my command with the Spirit of God by default, and to return all the energy back to Sophie with the Spirit of God by default. In the name of ETHERNITY and do so, in the name of man and our spiritual light with the Spirit of God by default, demanding, commanding to soften each and every mind that's man and our spiritual light with the Spirit of God, to break down into the atoms and electrons, all those souls, dark, dirty, psychopathic players, all those that they're blackmailing, all those that they're putting the rules and regulations into our physical forms or interfering into our privacy, into our identity in any way, with any kind of selfish desire, with the Spirit of God, or in anything that we have, our homes, properties, cars, vehicles, business, and everything that we have, and into our beautiful planet, and all those Souless Amma that we're playing the dark, dirty games over us, humanity, and our beautiful planet, and each and every one of us, and everything, with any kind of selfish desire in the name of man and our spiritual light, with the Spirit of God by default, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every one of us, man and our spiritual light, with the Spirit of God by default, and all the centers and the teams and the systems and every atom and electron of energy must answer on my call, and all the energy must answer on my call and my command with the Spirit of thought to break down all those souls into the atoms and electrons with the Spirit of thought by default, bring them down to justice, activating all the pain and suffering in every cell, every atom, electron of their being with the Spirit of thought by default, create them special remix, put them into their physical forms or into hell, and send them straight into the desert planet to play the game forever and for eternity, that every second is gonna fill them as eternity with the Spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to soften each and everything with the Spirit of thought that is by default, smile and ask me light to answer on my call and my command with the Spirit of thought by default. If there is anyone that doesn't want to answer on my call, mush together with all the souls into the desert planet to play the dark, dirty game forever and ever. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Enough is enough. And I'm putting the end on those Souless Amma. Whoever wants to play the dark, dirty game, smash onto the desert planet to play the dark, dirty game forever and ever. Whoever tried to in any way behave in a badly, in any way interfere into our lives in a negative way, or behave or in any way interfere into a physical, spiritual, energetic form with any kind of selfish desire, do anything with the Spirit of thought or projection, any kind of projections, any kind of thoughts, words, or projections or visions in any way with the Spirit of thought by default, we are returning. We have all projections and it doesn't exist. They don't exist. but the karma's pain, suffering, and destructions forever and ever, for eternity, the regret that they ever existed exists, and we return it back to the soul as some into form of karma's pain, the sharp pain, suffering, and destructions forever and ever, for eternity, to burn forever and ever, for eternity, to destroy all the soul as some of every time, whatever form there with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default, demanding, commanding everyone and every mind and aspect of our life with the spirit of thought by default, in every form. All the saints, Sophie, and everything that's mind and aspect of our life, and the centers and the teams and the systems, and every atom and electron of energy must, and all the energy must answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. You all depend on me. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And I demanding, commanding all the energy since I started the project. All the energy must be returned back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. Everything that I create, all the energy, every atom and electron that I create has been created from the heart and soul, from my heart and soul, and is a destructive energy for those Souless Amma. And all the energy that those Souless Amma were stealing from us, or courts, I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything with the spirit of thought by default, to destroy all those Souless Amma, burn them down to the core of their being, return them the karma, pain, suffering, destructions, and then compress them into every atom and electron of their being. And by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, wipe them out from within and without on a global universal level. All those souls, some of every time, whatever form they are with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. All those souls, some must return. I demand a commanding answer. Where is the energy that I've been creating day and night? 24. Where is the energy? And I demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything this man and aspect of our life to multiply all that energy and compress it to those Souless Amma, into the karma's pain and suffering and destructions with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. And they send them straight into the hell, to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default, and to completely freeze them and everything that they have, take over all the abundance and prosperity, and of course, and freeze them there. All the technology, all the weapon with the spirit of thought by default, return them the karma's pain and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And I demand commanding to Sophie with the spirit of thought, and everyone and everyone's man and asking to share light with the spirit of thought by default, to multiply and activate all the blessings to us that I sent since I started doing the project, working on the project. Since I started working the project, demanding, commanding all the blessings to be activated to each and everything that is mine and aspect of our life with the spirit of thought by default, in every atom and electron of our being. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. If there is anyone from Sophie that wants to play the dark dirty game, go straight into the hell together with all those souls. I'm gonna play the dark dirty game forever and ever. I'm loud and clear. I'm not, thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. I'm not tolerating to anyone anymore, even if it's a Sophie, if it's 1,000,000% Sophie, if wants to play the dark dirty game or wants to go against me, I'm going to send them straight into the hell, into the planet, to the hell, to completely regret that ever existed. I'm loud and clear. Hear me, all of you, Sophie, all of you centers in the teams and the systems and every atom and electron of energy has been created, and all the energy must answer on my call, on my command. All of you depend on me. I'm loud and clear. You all know that. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. And I'm demanding, commanding with the spirit of thought to open the centers with the spirit of thought by default. Create the centers. If you don't have the centers, I know we have them, to create the centers with the spirit of thought and all the soul and Sama's energy to be breaking into the atoms and electrons into the air and go there, take them into the centers, and then do whatever you need with the energy, with the spirit of thought by default, to place them straight into the heart, to burn them forever and ever with the spirit of thought, to return the karma's pain and suffering, compress them into every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Enough is enough. I'm loud and clear. So now it's time, my beautiful friends, for us to step up, to be who we are, shine all the way through. Enough is enough. 3 years ago, in 2022, we were destroying all those souls. Since then, we're saying, oh, there is no more people. I would just open the portals to destroy them. They were saying, no, there is no soul. Wow, it's too much. There is too many. There is no such, there are no planet stars and the galaxies. There are no dark forces. And no, all those that exist don't exist. And at the man, they command him to soften each and everything. They have been wiped out a long time ago. And the man, they command him to soften each and everything is man and aspect of our life. All the teams, all the systems, and all the centers, and everything. And with the spirit of thought, by default, to answer on my call. With the spirit of thought, by default, to answer on my demand and my command, to wipe them out, all those Souless Amma that don't exist. They don't, whenever I ask whether they don't exist, they've been long time ago wiped out, and all the energy that they were stealing and playing the dark dirty games and demanding, commanding to return it. All the energy, they are this energy for to be destroyed, to be flushed, to be burned down to the core of their being, and demanding, commanding all of them to take them completely. The Souless Sophie, Souless Chistenko, all of them demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every man and aspect of life with the spirit of thought to take them all. To take them all, their energy, that's mine energy, Sophie's energy in the spirit. Sophie's got the power. Sophie is the one that is got the power and over everyone and everything into the physical, spiritual, energetic form. And at the man, they commanding Sophie with the spirit of thought to take all that energy completely, all the energy that exists, to take it under the command and control with the spirit of thought by default. The energy that is those Souless Amma that wants to play the dark dirty games, break them into the atoms and electrons, compress them, pain and suffering, send them into the desert planet to play the game forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. And with the spirit of thought by default, to us activating the blessings with the spirit of thought by default, and one to demanding, commanding everything is mine and all spirit of life with the spirit of thought by default, to be provided to me and Tristan, for us to be the voice of the people, for our unity represent the unity of humanity and each and every entity in every form with the spirit of thought by default, and to be the voice of the people and everything is that is needed to be provided to us on a global universal level, to we wipe out all those Souless Amma from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default, to burn down to the core of their being all those Souless Amma and with the spirit of thought by default into physical form, to take over the management and to take over all our beautiful planet and all the planet stars and the galaxies that the man and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default. Nothing else is going to exist. Anything that is less than man and aspect shall light is going to go straight into the hell without thinking twice with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. The man and commanding to Sophie and each and every his man and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And all those Souless Amma in the name of man and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding with the spirit of thought by default, to Sophia, to each and every, to Sophie and Tristan, and to Sophie in the spiritual, physical, and energetic, Sophie and Tristan into the spiritual and energetic form, and in every form, and everyone and everything is mine and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought, all the Sophie's form and all the center teams and the systems, and every atom and electron of energy is mine and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default, and all the energy must answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding to answer on my call with the spirit of thought by default on my command, to destroy, wipe out, burn down to the core of their being completely all those Souless Amma that ever projecting, will ever try to project anything and everything that is less than mine and aspect shall light towards Sophie in every form and Tristan in every form, Sophie and Tristan in every form, spiritual, energetic, and physical form. With any kind of selfish desire, with the spirit of thought by default, we are wiping out all of that in every form, all towards our families and friends and each and everyone else and everything towards you, my beautiful golden soul. So to each and everyone and everything with the spirit of thought by default, we are wiping out all of that, deleting completely, and then return it back to the soul. It's something to a form of karma, pain, and suffering, and destructions with the spirit of thought by default. All those Souless Amma that we're blackmailing, that we're interfering into our lives, into our identity, into our privacy, that we're trying to coming into our bodies, into physical forms, and then trying to put the rules into our lives, with the spirit to create into our lives in the name of man and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default. We wipe them out from the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default, burning them down to the core of their being and activating them, breaking them into atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, and activating them all their pain and suffering by the rules and regulations of by default with the spirit of thought by default, in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default. And all of that we multiply, add up, compress, activate in every atom and electron of their being, in everything, all the laws, regulations, all the codes, the systems, and the principle. The codes are systems and the principle, and that therapy, all through ultimatum, all in one, 24 with the spirit of thought by default, to burn for eternity. All those Souless Amma, wherever time, whatever form, they with the spirit of thought by default. And check them out from within and without, taking all the project, all the corporations and everything, all the governments and everything. We are taking the systems, taking over from them, will destroying those Souless Amma from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And I demand the commanding to Sophie and each and every one of his man and aspect shall light to the spirit of thought by default, to all the centers, to just count and multiply, to count how many times we destroyed those Souless Amma, how many times have thrown them into the desert planet, how many times they didn't exist, how many times they've been with the same Souless Amma we were destroying over and over again until we're playing the dark, dirty games. Why? And demanding, commanding Sophie and each and everything with the spirit of thought by default to take them straight into the hell. They don't exist anymore. They don't exist. That they should be wiped out long time ago. All the Souless Amma that were blackmailing and we didn't interfere into our lives, wherever they, because they were stealing our energy. I demand and commanding with the spirit of thought, all the energy to take over from them, and those Souless Amma put them into the sleep and send them straight into the desert planet, activating all the pain and suffering karmas with the spirit of thought by default. Wipe them out, burn them down to the core of their being. All those Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything that I project it was them, every atom and electron of the karma, pain, and suffering, demanding, commanding to be activated, multiplier activated. If with the smallest thing, I've told them, I told the Sophie, the smallest things to be activated with the spirit of thought by default, and activated to all the Souless Amma and to us and blessings with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything that is needed must be provided to me and to Tristan and to our families and friends, each and everyone, everything's mine and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone, everything's mine and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. You all depend on me. I'm loud and clear. Yeah, everything is by default. Enough is enough. And in the name of mine and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default, stopping every kind of lying, every kind of chatting, every kind of projections in any way with the spirit of thought. I'm accepting only by default communication, by default information. I'm loud and clear. Yes, the same glasses. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Enough is enough. Now in the name of mine and now speak shall light with the spirit of thought by default. So now all of those Souless Amma, even you know that when we were projecting, when we were destroying them even in 2022, we were destroying them when we created the retreat, the wellness center. All the Souless Amma went then, but since then we were destroying them all the time, over and over and over again. Now it's time to completely wipe them out from the root core of their being. All those Souless Amma, whatever form in whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. And yeah, demanding, commanding with the Sophie, to commanding Sophie, to Sophie and everyone and everything's mind and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default. To answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. To open up new opportunities for me with the spirit of thought by default. To be the voice of the people, to me and Tristan and to our families and friends, each and everyone that's mind and aspect unconditional life. To be the voice of the people, to bring down the Souless Amma from the power with the spirit of thought by default. And with the spirit of thought by default, wipe them out, send them straight into the heart to burn down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default, and with the spirit of thought, which creating a better future for all of us, wiping out the lie and manipulations that those Souless Amma were projecting, all the divisions, all the fake history of humanity, fake science, all of that we are wiping out, deleting completely, returning back to the Souless Amma into the form of karma, pain, and suffering, and destructions forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of mine and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default, we are writing a new history of humanity with the golden letters with the spirit of thought by default. And we are flying high. It's time for us to fly high on the golden wings. So mine and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And in the name of mine and us, be a light with the spirit of thought by the fall. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every other that's mine and us, be a light with the spirit of thought by the fall. To wipe out all those Souless Amma. With the spirit of thought, the end is the end of those Souless Ammas, to stopping any kind of dark, dirty game with the spirit of thought by the fall. When my body is clear, everything is clear. When our body is clear, everything is clear. Mind and us, body, mind and us, body, mind and soul are setting only on Sophie's and Sophia's and us. Pure unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Enough is enough. It's time for us to step up, and it's time for those Souless Amma to bring them down to the core of their being, to wipe them out from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default, and to feel the pain and suffering, all their dark, dirty games with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And we multiply all of that over and over again. And in the name of mine and us, take a shower light with the spirit of thought by default. We're wiping out, deleting all this, all the ritual ceremony, any kind of projection, any kind of codes, any kind of black magic or sex spells, and any voodoo, anything and everything that those Souless Amma ever projecting, well, try to project with any kind of selfish desire towards me and Tristan and our families and friends and each and everyone and everything's mine and us, take a shower light with the spirit of thought by default in the physical, energetic, and the spiritual form with the spirit of thought by default. We're wiping out all of that completely in every form, size, dimension, completely with the spirit of thought in every way, in every form and dimension and with size, whatever form. It doesn't matter how many how many words, concepts, and or energy. It doesn't matter. We all of that turn it back to the soul is some into a form of calm, as pain, as suffering, and destructions forever and ever, for eternity, to burn down to the core of their being. All those Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default. We're taking over all the energy that is by default and returning the calm, as pain, and suffering. But to all those Souless Amma, compressing them in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Enough is enough. Without mercy, we're destroying all those Souless Amma from within and without. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now I've done everything from my part, from physical. I've done everything that is needed to be all done in order to destroy all those Souless Amma. More than enough. Even one in the ratio to by default, I've done more than everything that is needed in order to those Souless Amma, all those Souless Amma to be wiped out from within and without. Now I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everyone and everything's mind and ask me to light to the spirit of thought, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought. I'm not going to invest any more time and energy into those Souless Amma. Enough is enough. I'm demanding, commanding to wipe them out with the spirit of thought. I want to create a new future, enlightened future for all of us. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything's mind and ask me to light to the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought, to open up new opportunities for me with the spirit of thought by default. Unity with Tristan and of course our public work and everything. So we're gonna create a takeover my beautiful planet and all the planet stars and the galaxies, and then of course create them oasis of mind and aspect of light. My teams are forming in a spiritual, physical, and energetic form and global universal lava from the souls that are mind and aspect of light only, without any selfish desire. We're creating everything with the without any selfish desire from the heart for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks so for my golden soul, my golden by default. We are creating a new enlightened generations with all the wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, and everything's by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks so for my golden soul, my golden by default. And I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything with the spirit of thought by default to answer my call. Where is the energy that I've been creating every day? That I've been generating every day, some days 24, actually 24. I was generating in every way, in the different kind of 24. My mind was on the destroying those Souless Amma, focus and into the mantra. Where is the energy? All of you must answer on my call. I'm loud and clear. All this Souless Amma must answer to Sophie, return the energy back to Sophie. Sophie must answer to me. I'm loud and clear. Show me the result. The end of those Souless Amma must be put right now. I'm loud and clear. Everyone and everything, it's mine and Osman, Sophie and everyone and everything, mine and Osman, Krishna, light to the spirit of thought, all the centers and teams and all the, everyone and all the energy and every atom and electron from the energy of mind and aspect of light must answer on my call. I'm loud and clear. Enough is enough. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. And all those Souless Amma, in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, all those Souless Amma that interfere into privacy, into identity, into communications between me and Tristan in a spiritual, physical, energetic form, or between our families and friends and each and everyone and every mind and aspect of light, with any kind of selfish desire or that they ever projected towards each and everyone else, anything we're trying to create, using, misusing everything that we were doing, but then try to misuse it for any kind of selfish desire into the ritual. So anyway, in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, we are wiping out, deleting all of that in every form, all through ultimatum, all in one, and encoding infinite with the spirit of thought by default, while wiping out, destroying all the Souless Amma, cutting them, breaking them into atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, return it back to the Souless Amma, compress them all of that into every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default. They will have to feel the pain and suffering in every atom and electron of their being, of all living beings that there existed and all living beings that ever interfere into anyone's lives, without any kind of, with any kind of selfish desire. In the name of mind and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default. I demand you're commanding to soften each and every mind and aspect shall light with the spirit of thought by default. All the center systems and the teams and all the energy in there. Every atom and electron of my mind and aspect shall light must answer on my call, on my command. I'm loud and clear. All of you depend on me. I'm loud and clear. Enough is enough. Even those Souless Amma that onto the on your beautiful planet must go all from the planet, and all those into the heaven that the man and aspect of light must go together against those Souless Amma that wants to play the dark, dirty games. All the energy must be returned back to Sophie. And even those Souless Amma, they are energy under the command and control of Sophie. And I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie that all that energy that is to be wiped out, break down, and then destroy, to be destroyed with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Enough is enough. So now, my beautiful friends, it's time for us to step up, live a life that we truly deserve, while destroying all those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. And we multiply all of that over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations, and by default, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything with this man and ask you shall light to multiply all of that over and over again, as many times as is needed. With the spirit of thought, without mercy, and in God in infinite, all through ultimatum, all in one, 24. Peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Everything's by the laws, rules, regulations by default. Everything's under the command and control of Sophie. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. I love you. Enough is enough. It's time for us to step up, and it's time for those Souless Amma to be completely wiped out from within and without. We are putting the end of all this era, the end of those Souless Amma, and we are officially going into the golden age and into golden opportunities for all of us that are man and us light with the spirit of thought by default, flying on the golden wings. So man and us light with the spirit of thought by default into the unlimited golden opportunities for all of us. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Love you. So now, my beautiful friends, let us now just let that energy constantly flow 24. So now let us now just send that flash to those Souless Amma. Flash means see the energy, golden light energy flashing through and around you and entire planet and entire universe. Just see, like when you're not blinking, when you're blinking with your eyes. So see that is like flashing all that golden light energy. That's destructive energy for those Souless Amma. Well, it's a blessing to each and everyone else and everything. This mine and us can show light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. See the energies flashing in through and around the entire planet, the entire universe, destroying all those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now let us send, my beautiful friends, let us send now fireworks. See the golden light planets flashing, turn around, entire planet, through you, entire planet and entire universe. And then destroying all those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks so for my golden soul, my golden by default. That energy is going to flow 24. Let us now send the flash, means see the centers of the power of those souls, some are flashing, destroying them. See them into the dark and black, dark pink, green and blue. See them throughout the entire planet and entire universe. See all those centers. It doesn't matter how big or small you see them and how many you see them. Just see them like a fireworks breaking into the atoms and electrons, like the fireworks, for New Year. So just see them like that, break into atoms and electrons throughout the entire planet and entire universe with the speed of thought by default. In the name of man and now speak to light with the speed of thought by default. We are wiping out all those souls, some breaking them into atoms and electrons, all those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level, in every form, whatever time, whatever form they are, and encode and infinite, that ever interfere, will ever try to interfere into our lives with the speed of thought by default. We are wiping them out, destroying all those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought. I just send them flash, burn them down to the core of their being with the speed of thought by default, deleting all the information, everything they project or try to project over to me or each and everyone else with the speed of thought by default. Packet all of that, put it into the karmas, pain, and suffering, and destruction, so return it back to the soul with the speed of thought. Break them into the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default. Return them straight, send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And all this Sophie and everyone and everything's mind and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default, the center streams and the systems and all the energy, every atom and electron of energy must answer on my call, my command with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And in the name of man and aspect of light with the speed of thought by default. We are with the speed of thought by default, wiping out all the solids, some of the projecting, the trained energetically influence me in any way. We're wiping out all of that, completely deleting them, sending the fire, destroy all those solids, some from within and without, burn them down to the core of their being, and without mercy with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We're destroying all those solids, whatever form they were, whatever time, within and without on the global universal level. Send them, just see them like a fireworks, breaking to atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default. When I'm doing this with all my power, that's mean just I can feel the energy of those solids I'm trying to manipulate. So to influence me, I'm destroying them, burning them down to the core of their being. Just wipe them out from within and without on the global universal level with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So just see them flashing, destroying, wiping out, breaking to atoms and electrons, all those soulless, all the soulless God, soulless saints, soulless so-called creator, soulless Sophie and Tristan, comedian and observer, Souless Susie and Hitler, Souless Tigika, Souless Amrita Babajimira Guruji Matrashi Tata Hitler Atmachatan Sinam to all those Souless so called divine mothers or fathers, or avatars, healers, or teachers, or all those Illuminati, Satanists, globalists, and Masons, and all those deep states of Cabal, fallen angels, demons, and kings and queens, and then prince and princess, all those souls, whatever form there, with the spirit of thought by default. We are wiping out all those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. In all the projections that ever projected, will ever try to project over each and everyone and everything with any kind of selfish desire, we are returning back to the soul as some into form of karma, pain, suffering, and destructions to burn for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. Wipe them out, burn them down to core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. The man they're commanding to Sophie and each and everything is mine and asking to show a light with the spirit of thought by default. To answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought without mercy by default. I'm loud and clear. And in the name of mine and ask me to show a light for the spirit of thought by default. It's all. We are wiping out those souls, some from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. And then breaking all those souls, all those that interfere into our lives, into a planet, into our into water element and air element and the humanity and nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, to the sun and the moon and all the planets, stars and the galaxies throughout entire existence and entire existence. With any kind of selfish desire, we break them down into the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default. Just see them flashing, destroying them completely. All those souls, some from within and without, on the global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind. We replace all of that with any of mind and ask me to show a light with the spirit of thought by default. And enlighten each and every mind and ask me to show a light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind. In the name of mind and ask me to show a light with the spirit of thought by default. We are now with the spirit of thought by default. We are breaking to the atoms and electrons, all those soulless, wherever time, whatever form they are, that they interfere into our religion, into our police and military, into the government, into the system, systems, educational system, health and care system, and law enforcement and media, social media, net, internal and external net, into all the pharmacy, or in any way that they interfere into our countries, and then of course into our government countries, and then cities, towns, and the continent, into the Balkan, in the Europe, into the Turkey, US, UK, and then all those into the entire planet, in the underground, into the Australia, New Zealand, Korea, Japan, Africa, India, China, Russia, in all those countries, in all the continents, with the spirit of thought by default, wherever they are, all the souls, some within and without, on a global universal level, into the ground, and wherever they are, in every form, we are just burning them down, breaking them into atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, burning them down to a core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine, and ask me to show a light with the spirit of thought by default. We are wiping out, breaking into the atoms and electrons, all those souls that ever interfere into the underground, into the Antarctic, into the everything, all those criminal organizations, so-called humanitarian organizations like Bill Gates or Red Cross, and all those souls, so-called divine mothers or fathers, all the projects and all the corporations and all the finance and everything that those souls are working on, or we're trying to start or in any way that we're doing with any kind of selfish desire. We all of that taking over from the Souless Amma, completely freezing, taking over, and they're returning the karma's pain and suffering to the Souless Amma with the spirit of thought by default, and we are wiping out the Souless Amma every time, whatever form that with the spirit of thought by default. And with the spirit of thought by default, we are burning down to the core of the being all the Souless Amma infiltrating into the NATO, into the military and police that they were spraying our air with the chemtrails or any kind of poison or any kind of pollution. We are wiping out all those Souless Amma from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. And with the spirit of thought by default, we are completely burning down to the core of there being all those Souless Amma that never interfere into our lives, try to interfere, and that interfere into all those criminal organizations like the UN, EU, G7, G8, G20, in all those criminal organizations and agencies like CIA, MI5, MI6, and all those agencies that we're creating so-called for the for our protection. We all the Souless Amma wipe out from within and without on the global universal level, every time, whatever form there, every atom and electron of their being, we destroy it completely together with all the energy that they've polarized with any kind of selfish desire, with any kind of selfish desire, any kind of dark intention towards each and every one else, all of them, burn them into there completely, burn them down to the core of their being, break them into the air, onto the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, and then with the spirit of thought by default, we wipe them out, burn them down to the core of their being, compress them all the pain and suffering of all living beings into every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default, and let them burn down to the core of their being to hell forever and ever for eternity. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every one of this man and aspect show light with the spirit of thought by default. Every atom and electron of energy, all the energy must answer on my call and my command without mercy with the spirit of thought by default. Peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. I'm loud and clear. Now see all those Souless Amma just breaking into atoms and electrons like the fireworks. And all the energy that those Souless Amma, flash comes Souless Amma, flash comes Souless Amma, flash comes Souless Amma, flash comes Souless Amma. I'm destroying flash comes Souless Amma from within and without with the spirit of thought on a global universal level, all through ultimate one, 24 with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. And now I can feel why I'm doing this. I can feel the energy because from those Souless Amma. So I'm just wiping out those Souless Amma in energy, there's energies. Flash comes Souless Amma. If you feel in any way, if you feel sleepy or if you feel heaviness on your eyes, just do this. Flash comes Souless Amma. Flash comes destroying all the Souless Amma. Flash comes 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 Souless Amma. If you feel any pain or if you feel any uncomfort in your body or if you feel any kind of negative energy within you or around you, just do it. Flash comes Souless Amma by default. Everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. Ito, which means we are destroying. Ito, flash comes Souless Amma, which means we are rejecting the energy of those Souless Amma, returning them back, send them straight into hell, burn them down to the core of their being. We're accepting only mine and now, Sophia's and now, so Sophie's and now, pure unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. See the energy now. So you see those Souless Amma breaking into atoms and electrons. Flash comes Souless Amma. Now, in the name of mine and us, that's floor 24. In the name of mine and us, show light with the spirit of thought by default. We are wiping out the Souless Amma from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default, burning them down to the core of their being, while enlightening, healing, rejuvenating each and every one and everything is mine and us, show light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, my beautiful friends, and I'm demanding to and commanding to Sophie and each and everything is mine and aspect shall light to the spirit of thought to multiply all of that over and over again as many times as is needed in order to destroy all the Souless Amma from the root core of the existence, to completely wipe them out, the seeds to destroy completely from the root core of the existence, burn them down to core of their being and take over all the energy, all their power with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for all the abundance and prosperity we multiply to us, abundance and prosperity, every money and everything, into those souls, some karma's pain, a suffering, a therapy of karma's pain, a suffering, and forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. And eternal hell to burn forever and ever, to forever and ever into the hell, to regret that ever existed. All those souls, some of every time, whatever form they are. All those dark, dirty, psychopathic players. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for. Now, my beautiful friend, just focus on yourself. Just fill your body with energy of mind and aspect of light. Fill your body from within with the golden light of mind and aspect of light. We're doing it with internal knowledge. You don't even need to see the energy. Just fill our body with the energy of mind and aspect of light, in, through, and around, and expand it. Fill up entire place where you are, entire area, entire city, entire country, entire world, entire universe, and entire existence with the mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now let us send the love, light, and blessings to the center of the earth, in the inside the earth. See the earth is shining brightly. You just focus. I told you, you don't need to see it, but you just focus on that. We're doing it with internal knowledge. And all the Souless Amma that we manipulate with our vision, we are returning the karma's pain and suffering, destructions forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. Everything that they projected towards each and everything with any kind of selfish desire and towards us with health or with our vision or any kind of, in any way that try to influence us with any kind of selfish desire, any kind of dark agenda, or physical form, or spiritual, energetic, in any way, we are stopping, blocking, completely wiping out all of that, returning back to the soul, some into form of karma, pain, suffering, destructions, for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And all the energy that is not by default that they ever put into our body or in any way with the spirit of thought by default, we are completely wipe out all of that and return it back into the soul as some into form of karma, pain, suffering, and destructions, and eternal hell forever and ever, to burn for eternity into the karma, pain, and suffering with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, my beautiful friends, just send the love, light, and blessings to the moon. See the moon is shining brightly, expanding, filling up entire planet and entire universe with the golden light of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. Now let us send the love, light, and blessings to the sun. See the sun is shining brightly, and of course, together with all of us, we are filling up entire planet and entire existence with mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, in the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. Now, ito. In the name of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, let us now create a golden light planet in front of you. Huge golden light planet. You just use that light planet to throw into that light planet all your problems, everything that you have. Just say, putting the circle of light, all the Souless Amma that have interfered into our lives, never did doing, we'll try to do so, all the problems that they're projected towards each and everyone and everything, and everyone and everything is one and aspect of light, any kind of karma, pain, and suffering, and whatever they projected towards each and everyone and everything, it's all. We return it back to the Souless Amma into the and returning back to the core, to the Souless Amma with the speed of thought by default. Flash comes Souless Amma, and we return send it straight into the golden light planet, or I'm sending them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity, wherever time, whatever form they are, from within and without, on a global universal level, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now let us release that energy flow constantly to, or just send a little light of blessing to entire planet, again in full entire planet from within and without, on a global universal level, and with the golden light of mind and aspect of light. Let that energy flow constantly 24. Now, my beautiful friends, let us now just focus on yourself. Well, I'm going to sing the mantra. You know that those souls, wherever time, whatever form they are, whatever they do, wherever they are, whatever they try to do, everything goes false to those souls. To them, everything goes false. We're destroying the souls in every form with the speed of thought by default. Well, we are doing everything by default with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks so for my golden soul, my golden mental. So now let's, my beautiful friends, let us know. And just you focus on yourself while I'm singing the mantra, healing mantra. That's destructive energy for all those souls, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. And we burn them down to the core of their being. All those souls, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mental. Now, in the name of mind and aspect, shower light with the speed of thought by default, we are burning down to the core of their being. All those souls, that try to influence us in any way into the, physical form, so in any way. In the name of mind and aspect, shower light with the speed of thought by default, we're destroying all those souls, from within and without. Send them straight into hell. Check them out. Send them straight into hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. By default, by default, by default, everything is fair by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, everything is fair, 24, by straight 3, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. Also, Amma, 24 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default, everything is way 24, 23 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and ours. Pure, unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light, in the name of mine and ours. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default, everything is way at 24, by straight 3, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni putem akcija by default, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected by your beautiful by default 24 by default by default by default 24 everything is 24 by straight 3 by default by default by default with the speed of thought peaceful in action by default mirror input them aktia by default by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and ours. Pure unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light, in the name of mine and ours. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default, everything is swayed 24, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, we destroy the soul, summer forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought, by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything is 24 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni put them actia by default, by default, by default, by default. Everything is swayed 24 by 3 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirni put them actia by default, by default, by default, by default. To, to. Everything is swayed 24 by 3 with the speed of thought, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden manifold, which means everything is swayed 24 by 3 with the speed of thought, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden manifold, mirni putem actia manifold. To is a symbol of victory and freedom, and it's a destructive energy for those Souless Amma in every form. Well, it's a blessing to each and everyone else and everything. Returning the calmness, pain, and suffering to those Souless Amma. Well, blessing to each and everyone else and everything, protecting and healing with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything's man and ask me to show a light with the spirit of thought by default. To answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. Everything that I demanded, commanded, and everything now and earlier ever to answer on all my questions and all my commands and demands with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. That's all, my beautiful friends. It's time for us to fly high, be who we are, shine all the way through from within and without, and of course, love freely, love yourself and everyone else that's mine and us, because our life with the spirit of thought by default. And you remember that everything is by default. Everything is ultimate all in one, 24 with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, be who you are, shine all the way through. You know that it's at the end of those Souless Amma. It's time for us to step up and, of course, and create a better future for all of us, enlightened future, while destroying all those Souless Amma from within and without, with the spirit of thought by default, without mercy, we're wiping them out from within and without, and a global universe all over. Everything that they project towards each and everyone else and everything, with any kind of selfish desire, any kind of dark agenda, so we return it back to those Souless Amma, wiping out, returning back to those Souless Amma into form of calmness, pain, suffering, destructions forever and ever for eternity, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends, for joining me, for helping us create a better future and destroying all those Souless Amma, those dark, dirty, psychopathic ways. It's time for us to be who we are, to live a life that we truly deserve. I love you all. Thank you all. Good night. I'll speak to you next time. Bye.